Hello, my name is Casey Ball. That is Opal, my dogder. She's my baby girl. Anyways, happy 22nd day of September. It is the first day of the autumn equinox, which is really cool because it just opens up a whole new season, but it opens up a wonderful portal to great things of harvest, right? Things that we've planted a long time ago are now able to be harvested. So paying attention to what time of year it is and what you do, and really celebrating the little things, which are the moon phases and the equinoxes and the season changes. Those are really important to me, and that brings me to why I'm here. I am here to explain what is practical spiritualism. Practical spiritualism is the practice of spirituality. So, what is spirituality? Well, it means something different, I believe, for everybody. Spirituality to me means the practice of meditating, journaling, praying, going to church, tarot cards, really metaphysical, anything that means anything of higher power to someone else. And I don't love to use the word higher power. What I do love to use is something bigger than ourselves. And that sometimes can mean Mother Nature for some people. Mother Earth, we know, is a huge, the only reason why we exist, other than God, and because she houses us, feeds us, and gives us really our oxygen and our water. We can't live without those things. So thank you to Mother Earth and Father Sun and Mother Moon. Anyways, without the universe, we wouldn't be here, right? So, practical spiritualism, and why I call myself a practical spiritualist. I believe that I have learned a lot through the last several years, my whole life, really. I've been able to really focus on what has made me uncomfortable, and who has made me uncomfortable, and how I've been uncomfortable in life, and what I needed to do to change all of that. And that's the biggest part, I believe, of humanism, is evolving, finding our way through it all and facing it head on, instead of putting it in the back of the file cabinet and storing it forever, because we all know that manifests into things that we cannot control, which can be disease. And I definitely have seen that in my lifetime, and I don't want that for myself. So I am going to try and control the only thing that I can control, which is how I'm able to react, respond, and be and live in this world through practical spiritualism. So what it is, it means something different to everybody, I believe. Everyone has their own spiritual practice, if you have one. If you don't, then you're probably not watching this, and that's great too. But I know that spirituality has helped me, get through so many issues and problems and circumstances and trauma and pain and things that looked really, really bleak, right? I have been called to spirituality my whole entire life, whether that be to a church pew, to kneel down and pray pray, or it be to a shaman at where I see the shaman at. So I definitely am large scale spiritualist, large scale, meaning I don't just practice in one area. I really look at the whole entire picture. And I've studied religion in college so that I can get a better understanding of where people are coming from and why we've separated ourselves from each other, right, with religion. So that's why I like to call it spirituality, because I don't think that love is separate. And I believe that what we're all trying to do is love, and love is unconditional. So I can't put a title on what I would want to be, right? I just want to be in love, and I want to do things for love, out of love, and see things unconditionally in love, right? So that's why, again, I have chosen this career path, which is practical spiritualism. So, and there's scientific data out there that speaks to why spiritualism, religion, whatever you want to call it, has been able to reduce stress, anxiety, and really help people through situations, done by a really big study by Gallup and the Radiant Foundation. So you can look that up and see for yourself the data behind all of that, and why spirituality, religion, or believing in something more, and even in a higher self of you, is really important to have throughout your entire life, because sometimes we have nobody to call and we have to rely on ourselves. And if that's the truth and that's what happens, then I can see why sometimes people feel like they have nowhere to go, right? Because they don't believe in themselves. They believe that it's the problem is only going to be helped outside of themselves, and that's why they go seek help, or whatever the case may be. But sometimes when we don't believe in ourselves and we have to believe, we require ourselves to get through situations because nobody else is going to get through it for us. That is why spirituality is so important, because it helps you believe in your true essence of yourself. You get to know who you are. And that has been my practice. And that wasn't the start of my practice. That was just the outcome of the years and years that I've taken to really sit down, be with myself, be by myself, be able to be by myself for lengths of time that would make most uncomfortable. I didn't have to go to a middle of a forest and get lost or anything like that. I just really had to sit down with myself in the most uncomfortable times in life and get through those times with myself. I have had help along the way. I've had many friends that I've turned to and talked to, especially when, things have happened. When my mom died, that was the biggest thing that's ever happened in my life. That was the most traumatic. And man, talk about relying on yourself, I learned how strong I was through that, for sure. But even therapy, therapy helps as well. So I was able to get therapy. I was able to get the outside opinion from a therapist that was able to help me see myself versus getting opinions from people that knew me really well that gave me the conditioned responses of our relationship. So that's why therapy is important to get, and important to understand that it does help. And seeing the shaman, of course, has helped me tremendously through this entire process. I mean, talk about getting to know yourself. I've been able to like actually talk to myself, you know, like at birth, and telling myself that I'm thankful for myself just through the shaman. I didn't have to do any psychedelics or anything, and nothing against anybody's practice, but just through breath work and what I was able to do with my shaman, I absolutely required that. Man, the healing that has occurred through the process of opening up and understanding that it does take a village to actually even know who you are. You know, you can't ask one person, I don't think that you can ask a person, one human being, and say, who do you think I am? Because there are so many facets of a human being where you evolve throughout your life, that maybe somebody knew you at 5 years old and now you're 25, maybe 50, and you hopefully have changed since 5. But hopefully you get to know who you are so that you can keep the best parts of yourself when you were 5, right? What you were born with, what were your innate traits, talents, your skills and abilities. Those were all given to you when you were born. And now we get to, as we get older, we get to use our talents, skills, gifts, and abilities, hopefully in the best ways possible. And that is what I'm trying to do here. So through what I've learned, through the healing that I've gone through, even though every day is a healing process, I want to make no blanket statements about I'm healed or anything like that, because I absolutely heal on a daily basis. So I get through big things and I accomplish those things with everything. You know, I accomplish those things by like putting my feet on, walking over the hardest parts of life. I accomplish through making myself uncomfortable, doing something that I don't necessarily do all the time. I get the best ideas when I have to walk through pain and trauma, and I evolve as a human being. And the brilliance in my life has come from the most diverse, challenging, awful times. And I can only thank myself, God, and everyone along the way who has helped me become more of me, know who I am, the strength that I carry through all that I've been through and what I've been able to walk through and face. I have not ever run away from anything. And the things that I have, man, do they come back and teach me lessons over and over and over again. And it's amazing. It's amazing how the universe works. It's amazing how God works. It's amazing how Jesus Christ works. It's amazing how Gandhi works. It's amazing how Buddha works. It's amazing how Mary Magdalene works. It's amazing how Mother Mary works. It's amazing how all of our ancestors work. All of our guardian angels work. All of our past loved ones work. All of Mother Earth works. The universe works. It's amazing how the light of the universe works. And it's amazing how I am sitting in front of you all right now. Because it's been a while until I've been able to do this. I've just realized that my light's not on. Here. Sometimes it gets turned off, and I love it on because that is where the picture of me and my mom sit with a bunch of crystals, and that's a selenite lamp, and I love that thing. Anyways, so sorry about that, but I just to get back on track, or even if there is a track, I don't even know if there was, but I want to wrap this up, and I want to invite you to visit my website, kaseyball.com, KASEYB as in boy, ALL.com. There you can find more information about me, what I offer, and how I can help you. And I hope that some of this has made sense today. I hope that I was able to reach someone, and I was able to be a part of someone finding someone to help build a community of practical spiritualism, which really means love, unconditional love. Anyways, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have the greatest day ever, and I appreciate you for stopping by. Take care.